Now the extra point try forthcoming. And he atones for his miss the first time around, as this one is up and good to extend their lead. Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. As this offense comes back out here, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game, and they've been on the sideline for a while. They did score their last time out, but they just had to watch that long, sustained drive, so we'll see if they can shake the rust off.
Yeah, and that's always a question that you have when you have to come off the bench after having sat there for a long time. Are you ready to go? Are you loosened up? But even more so, are you mentally alert and ready to put your best product out there?
Escobar goes into motion. 2nd and 4. He's got it. It's Escobar. His second catch of the Super Bowl, and it's good enough for a first down. They'll look to throw here. And that's caught inside the 30. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory as they've got it to the 28-yard line. On the counter, Ingram. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. 85 yards rushing for him now in the first half of this Super Bowl. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. The toss right. This is Ingram. He gets this down to the 3. Brought the power run out of the bag, but couldn't do a ton with it.
That's good power football on 1st and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there. But that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Ingram will get down close to the goal line, but not in, as he'll be marked down at the 1. They give him 2 yards officially, and now it'll be 3rd and goal.
And a nice job defensively to keep him out of the end zone. He's trying to get his 2nd touchdown already in the first half.
They had that one earlier, was bidding for a 2nd. They've gotten it to the 1. Can they get that final yard here on 3rd and goal? They'll look to run with Ingram. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Lions have tied the ball game with a chance to take the lead. Extra point right down the middle. And with it, his guys take the lead here by a point. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. 2 minutes on the clock in the 2nd quarter of this Super Bowl. Barber on 1st and 10. To about the 48-yard line. Now a 2nd and 6. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. 7 yards there and a 1st down. A few moving pieces on that play because that was an RPO, was it not?
It was, but one important piece that didn't move incorrectly, the offensive line. Because when you're running this play, as he continued down the line of scrimmage, sometimes the lineman can wander downfield. And if you're more than a yard downfield, it's illegal to throw the football at that point. But they held their ground, held their spot, and turned it into a nice game.
And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there, looked like nobody open, now 2nd down.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they did completions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the 1st down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Back to throw again. And he comes back with one complete. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions 33. And the officials here going to pause the game for a second. Looks like there's an injured Chief on the field. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. A good down to possibly take a shot, and in fact, they'll come up with an empty backfield on 2nd and inches. Now back to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime.
They got a completion there. That's clearly an example of one side happy, the other side not very happy. Defense, very, hey, take 1 or 2 yards. We're good with that. Offense, you got to expect to get more.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Kansas City. A 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Chiefs will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. So, Charles, that's 3 touchdowns on 3 drives, and it's just been an offensive barrage so far.
Great word, partner, using barrage right there. I'm going to add another word if you don't mind. How about perfection? No surprise that they're leading right now. Absolute dominance throughout this ball game and no signs of slowing down.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Yeah, he hadn't gotten far enough away from the pocket to throw that football away, and that draws the flag.
Yeah, the old tackle box, right? Get outside of each tackle, and then you can go ahead and throw it away, and you're in good shape. But if you're back there in the pocket, you got to make sure of what you're doing.
And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 35. A game there of 30 big ones. And that seemed to me to be all about trusting your receiver.
No doubt about it, because when he put that ball in the air, I will guarantee you everyone who's watching this game right now thought that's up for grabs. But this is a lot of practice time. As you mentioned, a ton of trust, and he knows how good this guy is. So to him, it wasn't up for grabs. To him, it was a big play waiting to happen.
Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. Online, but off the crossbar, no good. A long-range effort denied 3 points at the very end. So we've reached halftime here in the Super Bowl as we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. These two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in this Super Bowl. And no return forthcoming. It'll be a touchback, and the third quarter will start from the 30. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And I think you'd have to say their coaching staff, all things considered, had to be pleased with their performance in the first half of this Super Bowl.
Definitely pleased, doing their best not to show it to their team, of course, because as you and I both know, their mantra all season long has been finish. Get the job done. They know how close they are to lifting that trophy. One more solid half of football, and they can do exactly that.
And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
In motion, the tight end. Here we go on 2nd and 12. He finds his man, complete. That's Gregory. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 27-yard line. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. And he'll get it here on the touch pass. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. Point after try forthcoming. And that one puts them on top here in the third. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Eluding the pressure right. Going to throw right side here, complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs first down.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it's second down.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. From the gun, here's Barber. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
The throw here right sideline falls incomplete.
Nice progress down the field, was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Over the middle, complete. That's Barber. And the Chiefs are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line. Barber. And he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Chiefs have regained the lead in the 2nd half of this Super Bowl. They'll try and throw for it. And that is caught for the 2 points. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Looking up into the lights, and he muffs it. And this will get out of bounds. No worries there, though. That still goes as a touchback.
I didn't do this in college, but I did it in high school. When you return kicks and you lose it yourself, the panic that goes through you and the determination to get the ball back, I don't even know how to describe it. And I think we just saw an example there.
Yeah, and the relief when you get it back like he did.
Yeah, you go to the sidelines, you know you're going to get yelled at, but you can handle it because you got the ball back.
And he stopped immediately there. 3rd quarter of the biggest spectacle in sport, the Super Bowl. Thanks for joining us, everybody. 2nd and 10. And he's got his man on the out route. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. His 2nd catch of the Super Bowl, and it's good enough for a 1st down. They're going to look to throw. That is incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, it was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
And he hits his tight end, Escobar. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. That catch puts him over 70 yards receiving now as he's got a 1st down. Again, he'll drop to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Yeah, he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they give to Ingram. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. 2nd down and 6 now from the 26. He's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. A great play there. 26 yards. And the Lions are an extra point away from tying up this Super Bowl. Now, with that, they could elect to take the ball at the 1 if they wanted.
Yeah, exactly right. They have options here. If they decide now to go for 2 after the penalty, the ball doesn't go to the 2-yard line as normal. They get the penalty, so that's half the distance. You put it at the 1. But if they decided they wanted to kick, they would just move the ball from the 15 to the 10, and they would kick it there.
This Super Bowl, it has had it all so far. All tied fourth quarter as the kick's away. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll start on the ground with Barber. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. 45 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry. And they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
He'll look to throw. They'll roll him out right. Throwing right, and that's complete. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. That catch puts him over 70 yards receiving now as he's got a first down. The 20, 5, and all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Their mobile, agile quarterback, 45 yards. And the Chiefs answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the 4th. Extra point splits the uprights, and they will take a 7-point lead. Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away. From the end zone, here comes Williams. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And we're at the time in this Super Bowl where, look, they need points, and they need them badly. Trailing here in the 4th quarter as they begin this drive 1st and 10. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down. On play action, they'll throw. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
Well, any caused incompletion is good for a defense. But when you add to it, you get a little hit on the quarterback, knock him to the ground, make him think a little bit, hopefully knock him off his game, especially in a game of this magnitude, this tight in the 4th quarter. Got to feel pretty good as a defense.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
At this point in the second half, one mistake on a forced throw could doom your chances of a comeback. So that's the right call there to just throw that one away.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Fourth down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. Coming left, it's Ingram. A little second effort there on the strong run. And then drop just inside of the 20.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Rolling to his right. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. A great effort there with his third touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Lions are an extra point away from tying this game here in the fourth. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the fourth quarter. This Super Bowl, it has had it all so far. All tied fourth quarter as it kicks away. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And this Super Bowl has been as good as advertised. Probably one of the best that we've seen in recent memory. All even here in this fourth quarter. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He'll rifle this one deep right side. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. A big play there. 70 yards. And the Chiefs strike quickly to take the lead here in the fourth. Point after, right down the middle. And they will take a 7-point lead. Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And it's quickly becoming now or never time in the Super Bowl, trailing by 7 here in the fourth. A pivotal moment in this football game. And that one too wide and incomplete.
And I can see the officials kind of looking at each other down there, silently wondering, does this meet the level of grounding? Fortunately, he did have a receiver in the area, but I have seen less obvious throwaways called as penalties.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. He's going to look deep down the field. And he backs it away. Down incomplete.
Trying to get a big strike right there and hopefully tie this game up in the late going. But the coverage was there, and this winds up incomplete.
He'll drop to throw. That is caught. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. They go play action here on first down. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
No sense risking anything there on first down. Even though he's still in the pocket, he had a receiver out to his side, so just put that in a spot where the only people who can make a play on it are the trainers and the coaches. Well done.
They'll look to throw again. Going for the deep ball. This is caught inside the 15. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. A great play there. 57 yards. And the Lions are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the fourth. This Super Bowl, it has had it all so far. All tied fourth quarter as it kicks away. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this fourth quarter to try to grab that lead back. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. He'll look to throw. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. So they take the flag and the yardage that comes with it. All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's 1st and 10. They'll run with Barber here, right side. Taken down at the 30. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a score to break this tie. 2nd and 6 coming up.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
What a Super Bowl it's been to this point. Now a critical 3rd down here. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he will have a Chiefs 1st down by about a yard as they're able to convert on 3rd and 2. That time the conversion comes courtesy of the RPO.
And know what it did? It moved the sticks. Nice pickup on 3rd down. Even better decision.
And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. Now 1st and goal. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. And they will take a knee and set up what would be a potential game-winning field goal try. And the Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2. And they'll indeed take a knee. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This undoubtedly the biggest kick of his life. And his kick is good. That might just have been the most pressure-filled kick in Super Bowl history, but he stepped up, knocked it through just like it was a Tuesday practice in July.
And if it's not the most pressure-filled, it's certainly right among them. A title on the line, and he comes through. Nails.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And the Kansas City Chiefs are the Super Bowl champions. And when this moment comes, I think you look back at all the blood, sweat, and tears, the offseason, the workouts, training camp, week 1, 2, 3, all building up now to say you're a Super Bowl champion. It's worth it.
It certainly is, and rarely do we have a team that hoists the Lombardi Trophy that didn't have their share of bumps along the way, didn't have to face some adversity in the journey, and now they get to just enjoy it and revel in it. And all offseason, they'll be signing their autographs with Super Bowl champion underneath it.
Another great moment for this historic franchise. The Lombardi Trophy once again belongs to the Kansas City Chiefs. On top of the world, they are your Super Bowl champions. So that'll do it for another remarkable season of the NFL on EA Sports. For my partner, Charles Davis, all of our crew, for all of you at home, I'm Brandon Gaudin. We'll do it all again come the fall. Till then, good night from the Super Bowl.